Hey YouTube. So I realized that I have not done a pregnancy update since like week 15, which was a very long time ago. Actually 26 weeks now. Yeah. So I wanted to come and tell you how my pregnancy has been thus far. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a whole second trimester recap for you, and hopefully I don't forget anything, because pregnancy brain is real and I can't remember anything and I don't have any notes. So this is gonna be a lot of rambling, but I guess I'll go and talk about the good things about the second trimester first. And there was a lot. Good thing, the first good thing is that probably all of the symptoms from the first trimester, like nausea, the headaches, the extreme fatigue, morning sickness, like all of that was gone. I would say by, if not week 15, definitely week 17. And so that was great. I started to feel like a normal human being again. So I was very happy. Also, with the second trimester, I was able to find out the gender of my baby. And as you know, I am having a girl. And we did, after we found out the gender, we did go ahead and give her name, which we had already thought of. But we were like waiting until that moment, until we actually started calling her name, which is Farah Giselle. So that was also a very good thing, finding out the gender, having the gender reveal party, which I definitely recommend doing if you can. It's a great way to just continue to celebrate your baby and get together with family, you know, just to be happy, and it's exciting. So I'm happy that we did that, and that was definitely the highlight of the second trimester. Other good things, finally starting the show. I would say that even though I feel like I started to show late, this is my first pregnancy, so I was anticipating to start showing, you know, soon. But for the most part, I was just bloated, which is weird, because people, like at the end of my first trimester, people were saying, oh, you're showing already. And I knew that no, I was not showing. It was just bloating. It was food. So, but you know, at a certain point, you just stop saying that. You just start saying, oh yeah, thanks, I'm pregnant, whatever. But truthfully, I don't think I started showing until about week 18. And then my belly didn't really pop out until probably week 20. So my belly is fairly new. And I'll try to remember to get up and show you my stomach at the end of this video. So yeah, showing was definitely a highlight. Hearing my baby's heartbeat, which I did hear for the first time, I believe was week 17, and that was exciting. They tried to like let me hear the heartbeat earlier in like week 12 at my checkup, but she was still too small, and I only heard it for like a couple seconds. But at my next visit, it was a lot louder and stronger, and it was good to hear. Like there's nothing that compares to that feeling. So that was amazing. And then of course, feeling her movements, which I feel like throughout my second trimester, I did feel her, like especially in the beginning. It didn't feel like kicks or anything. It just felt like a weight shifting in my uterus, if that makes sense. I don't know, but I knew what it was. People say like you can tell their movements as early as 13 weeks. I don't think I felt it until maybe 14 or 15, and even then it was like very by chance to be like sitting down and focusing on it, because otherwise, you know, you wouldn't really know what was going on. But by, I would say by like 19 or 20 weeks, like I was definitely feeling kicks, and now she kicks like crazy and she moves around a lot, especially after I'm eating or laying down. And I've also, like maybe 2 weeks ago, I got to the point where I could see my stomach moving with her movements, and she's just getting stronger and stronger every week. So that's exciting. So I mean, there was a lot of good about the second trimester. I think everybody says that's the most enjoyable trimester, and I mean, I can't really say too much negative about it because I think I experienced all the good stuff. So far, I've only gained 13 pounds. For most of the second trimester, I was able to wear my pre-pregnancy clothes, or just buy normal clothes, and maybe like instead of buying a small, I bought a medium. And maybe up until recently, like I said, I'm 26 weeks now. At 22 weeks, I started to really look for maternity clothes because you definitely need it, especially in the wintertime. Like wearing leggings, I was able to, like, instead of buying a small, like I said, buy a medium, but they do start to get tight around your hips, and like the band it starts to rise to the middle of your belly, and it looks weird with clothes, like a shirt on top of it. And then like if you buy like a larger size in a shirt, it's not gonna fit you, you know, it'll fit your belly but the back and the hips, so it will look loose and it just looks weird. So I would definitely say by the time your belly pops out, you are gonna want to buy maternity clothes, or you're gonna have to wear belts and sweaters and stuff to modify your pregnancy clothes, just to make them flatter your body. Because the last thing you want to do, like after you gain all this weight and you're hot and you're tired and you got this big old belly popping out, you don't want to look frumpy and just weird in your clothes. So go ahead and buy some maternity clothes. Don't go crazy. I've only bought one pair of maternity leggings, one pair of maternity jeans, like 4 or 5 shirts, a sweater, and that's it. Everything else I'm just wearing from before, or just in a bigger size, like a little bit bigger leggings, or I already had like long sweaters and stuff, and that's it. So that's clothes. On to the heavy stuff. So in your second trimester, you also have a lot more doctor's appointments, and at those doctor's appointments you have tests, and one of the tests you have is the quad screen test, and this happens around 17 or 18 weeks. I think I had mine at 17. And what it is a blood test, and they screen your baby for Down syndrome and other genetic disorders. I'm drawing a blank for what the rest of them are called. So it's a risk test. So it doesn't tell you definitely yes or no, it just tells you the risk. So I had this done, and my doctor called me about a week later and let me know that my baby came back with a higher risk for Down syndrome, which freaked me out, understandably so. Usually someone my age and weight and race and with their first pregnancy, they have like a chance of 1 in like 1,000. I have 1 in 37. So after hearing this information, I definitely went crazy and I didn't know what to think, broke down, just being honest. So that was definitely a tough time. After I got the phone with her, she referred me to 2 hospitals to go and speak to a genetic counselor and go over my options, which I did do. My boyfriend and I went to the appointment together to see the genetic counselor. They basically asked us a lot of questions about our family history, like if anybody in our family had Down syndrome or any other genetic disorders or deformities, if anybody you know, had died from any diseases, cancer, all that type of stuff. And after we went through that, she basically broke down the test results a little bit better than the nurse did. She let me know that even though, you know, compared to 1 in 1,000, 1 in 37 does sound like a lot, it was still a less than 3% chance that I would deliver a baby with Down syndrome, and which that made me feel a lot better because, you know, the first time I really wasn't hearing anything. All I heard was Down syndrome and I just freaked out. So after that, we did have the anatomy ultrasound, which was amazing. That was also a great part of the second trimester. Like in the midst of all the Down syndrome scare, the anatomy ultrasound was great. At that point, I was, I believe, 19 weeks. And we were able to see her in such great detail, like her little fingers and everything, and that's when they were able to determine gender. So yeah, seeing her on there was amazing. And I think I have one of these closer. So here's actually one of them. I don't know if that's gonna, but yeah, that's my baby. And I was 18 weeks, I think, with this. But so after that, they did see some what they call soft markers or soft indicators on the ultrasound that, you know, raised a little bit of questions. They said that they weren't able to clearly define the bone at the bridge of her nose, which can be a sign of Down syndrome. But at the same time, a lot of African American babies who are born perfectly normal have that in their ultrasounds. They also said that her stomach was had a weird shape, which is, I can't remember exactly what he said, but that's also another indicator. But they assured me that there was nothing, you know, too scary on the ultrasound, but the only way to know for sure was to have what is called an amniocentesis. So my options were the amnio or another blood test, which was more of a risk factor test like the quad, but it was way more accurate. They let me know that the quad screen test that I had was the least accurate of any test that I could ever have to tell if my baby had Down syndrome or not, which also made me feel a lot better. So at that point, I was a nervous wreck and I was tired of thinking about it, and I wanted to know for sure so that I can make an informed decision about whatever I was gonna do. So I decided to have the amniocentesis. And if you don't know what that is, basically they stick a needle in your abdomen, through your abdomen to your uterus to draw out some of the amniotic fluid, and from that they draw out the baby's like shed skin cells, and they grow your baby's DNA in a petri dish in a lab so that they can determine or look at her chromosomes and tell you if, I think it's either the 21st or the 13th chromosome is odd or is showing for Down syndrome. So we had this done. It was not painful to me. I did not even feel when they put the needle in. Some people say it is painful. Some people say it makes them have cramps. But to me, I did not feel them put the needle in at all. And it was not scary. The doctor was very nice. He told me that I think it was like 1 in 1,000 chance. Well, because if you have an amnio, there's an increased chance of a miscarriage for like the first 3 days. But he said that, you know, he had done a lot of them, and at that clinic, it was like 1 in 1,000 chance of something going wrong during a procedure, because, you know, that it's not something that he has had to deal with from doing it himself. So I was very confident in my doctor, I was very confident in the hospital, and like I said, during the procedure, I was at ease. I was not in pain. It was very quick, and the test results took 2 weeks to come back to me, and they came back fine. So she does not have Down syndrome. She is perfect, and I'm very, 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 very pleased. So yeah, that part was stressful. The whole month of November, stressful, which is why I did not post any videos. Yeah, dealing with that the whole month of November was just crazy. Like getting the quad back that was abnormal, and then waiting a week to go see the genetic counselor, then getting the amnio, then waiting 2 weeks for the amnio results to come back, and then a week after that ending up being in the emergency room only to find out that I have kidney stones. Yeah, the whole month of November was just a complete mess. So I was not able to do any YouTube videos or anything, and understandably so. I just took a break from blogging and the internet, period. But now I'm feeling better since I know that my baby is fine. And also, like, I'm still dealing with the kidney stones. I had multiple kidney stones in my left and right kidney, and then in my right kidney I had a 4mm kidney stone that was blocking my ureter, that was causing a lot of pain. So they did give me pain meds for it. I don't think that I passed it, but I will find that out this week. yeah, I think that's this week. I go to get another ultrasound of my kidneys and bladder just to make sure that the stone has passed, since I have not been in any pain since that day. But they want to make sure that it is actually gone so that it's not causing any kidney damage, which if it is, then they're gonna have to move forward with more things. But you know, just been in the doctor a lot. Like I think in December I went to doctor's appointments at least 4 or 5 times. It's been crazy. But anyway, I wanted to show my story, share my story with you. It took a while for me to even decide if I was gonna say something or not. I didn't tell a lot of people in my family as I was going through this because I didn't want to freak anybody out. I didn't want anybody to worry, and I kind of just wanted to focus on myself and what I was feeling and make my own decisions based off how I felt and what I thought was best for my baby, and not, you know, what anybody else said or thought about me or the situation. So that's why I did that. But I'm deciding to share it now because reflecting back on that situation, when I did not know what to do, when I had not, like when I talked to my mom and she didn't go through any of this, I went to the internet to look for answers. And I went on babycenter.com and looked at a lot of forums. Like I probably read the entire thread of women talking about their quad screens coming back abnormal, what their risk factors were, their ages, their race, how many kids they had. I looked at their experiences with the amniocentesis. I watched a lot of YouTube videos of women talking about their experiences. I even saw like someone actually getting an amniocentesis on YouTube. So that was actually really cool that, you know, I kind of knew what to expect as I was going into the doctor, which the doctor was actually surprised that they had that video on YouTube, but everything is on the internet now. But anyway, yeah, so I was very, very grateful that those women shared their stories online when they didn't have to. It's a very, very personal, difficult thing to go through. So, you know, you don't have to tell people, you know, all your business. But I, for one, appreciated it because a lot of their stories made me feel at ease, whether they turned out to have a healthy baby or a baby with Down syndrome. It just made me feel better to see what they went through, to see how they handled it, and to see that they survived it. So I just hope my story helps somebody, and that, you know, if you're going through this, or if you know somebody that's going through this, that you will be able to tell them like it's gonna be okay. So that's my second trimester recap. I will be typing something up and going into more detail when I'm less scatterbrained on my blog. So the link to that will be in the bio below, or the description below. So please check it out, share it if you find it helpful or useful. But yeah, so now I am into my 3rd trimester and it is getting close. It is the new year, and I'm supposed to deliver a baby in April. That's what they keep telling me. So I'm just, whew, it's crazy. But I'm just hoping that my only thing that I worry about is how much I'm gonna eat and gaining weight in this next trimester, and then having my healthy baby. Because now I've had enough drama and excitement to last me for the rest of forever. So yeah, so that's that. And now I'm gonna go ahead and show you my belly and then end this video. This is my stomach at 26 weeks. Guess I'll lift up my shirt and show you. And like I said, I've only gained 13 pounds. I have not measured my stomach, but the doctors are telling me everything is normal. Sorry if I'm hairy. It's a pregnant person problem. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope this video helped, and I hope it was very informative. I hope I did not ramble too much. I noticed I've been fidgeting a lot. Maybe I'm nervous, I don't know. But anyway, thank you for watching.